Hey guys, welcome to Boys and Bears with Maxwell and Connor. I'm Maxwell.
I'm Connor, and we'll just hop right into what we're talking about today. Right off the top, Carol Baskin. I know you don't know who she is.
I have absolutely no clue who she is.
So earlier this year, Tiger King took the world by storm.
I've heard
All
about
right.
Tiger King.
Yeah, it was this Netflix thing. It would take me this whole podcast to tell you just about Tiger King and how that worked. Joe Exotic married two other dudes. One of them shot himself. It was a whole thing. But what we're talking about right now, Carol Baskin
Carol Baskin.
was like his arch rival, the main guy, Joe Exotic, because she had her own tiger place. Anyway, the big takeaway from that show is there's skepticism. There's allegedly she killed her husband and fed him to tigers.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I let's have backstory on this. I told Maxwell that I had this idea for this podcast, and he didn't hear about it, and it's so hard to not talk about it. So anyway, she was on Dancing with the Stars,
So she was on Dancing with the Stars.
did her dance routine, whatever. Right after, there, Dancing with the Stars comes up, like whatever. Cuts to
Yeah.
commercial break. First commercial
Yeah.
that plays is her husband's family being like, "Hey, if you know what happened to our dad,
Yeah.
here's a number." Their lawyer was there. It was his assistant, his daughters, and then it was like, "Here's a number, and the $100,000 reward has been placed." I was like, "Oh my god!" And they directly
Yeah, oh my
said, "If you know who did this, or if Carol Baskin was associated, call this number." I was like,
So it
and now recently she is now
was her
being
husband.
sued by the family for defamation of their dad. So there's the story.
So was the man remarried to her? Like he had his own family before, and then he married her.
I'm not
and then he
sure the
went missing?
whole story. I'm pretty sure he had a family and then got with her. I'm pretty sure. I don't know
So
100%.
then they were like, "Hey, whole ass dad gone."
Gone. And everyone is
Where'd he go?
assuming that he was fed to her tigers.
I mean, if you own tigers, I feel like you're likely to feed some of the tigers.
You would think.
Just as a rule of thumb, own tigers might feed some of the tigers.
It's just I found it was really weird watching, like, seeing she did her dance routine, and then that same night it's not like that it was on a different network or something. That same exact night,
Yeah,
it was just like, if you know anything, call right now. And then they were like, "Oh, there, by the way, $100,000 reward."
yeah. By the
So, I
way,
mean-
also,
And then someone else, I saw a video today. Someone posted a video of Carol Baskin driving a little Toyota Corolla, and I'm like, "Hey, $100,000, you just turn yourself in, get yourself a nice car when you get out, you know." I mean, you're also
Hey,
probably facing murder charges. And then the other thing I was thinking about,
if you turn yourself in for murder, you don't get the reward.
yeah, but what I was thinking about is, do you think she killed her husband and then fed him to tigers, or do you think the tigers just mauled her husband? If it did happen,
Well-
if it was associated like that.
I feel like you have to like cripple a man before you feed him to tigers.
He was an older guy.
Because how do you just feed someone to tigers? You can't just feed someone to tigers.
Yeah.
You don't just kind of like real ass man, and just kind of like, oh yeah, here you guys go. No, you gotta like
He has to be
build up to it.
or
He has to. He has
unconscious.
to. Yeah, he has to be unconscious or paralyzed somehow for you
Yeah.
to be able to feed him the tigers. You can't just take a whole ass dude and be like, hey, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think. So it was
Do you
that
reckon?
was a really weird thing.
Reckon that she like chops him up
I
and
don't
like
know.
little bite-sized pieces for boys.
I don't know. Tigers are pretty big. I feel like they could take a whole leg. I mean, you don't have to chop up too much.
Because like that's probably more enjoyable for them all to just
What?
like go at it. That's how it is in nature.
I don't know, dude.
God doesn't
Uh,
cut them up first. So.
But yeah, that was a huge thing for a while. Was
So
the
did
whole
you
Carol
watch Tiger
Baskin?
King?
I didn't watch all of it, but it is definitely like a train wreck that you just can't look away from. Like one of the employees there, he's in jail right now, by the way. Joe
Was
Exotic.
Tiger King made to expose the story of Carol Baskin, or was
No, it was made to tell the story of Joe Exotic, who has a zoo that he made with tigers and stuff, and one of his employees got their like legs bit off and kept
Oh,
working
okay.
there and
just-
a whole
yeah.
bunch of stuff.
Sure.
But there's like he marries two dudes. I think I already said this. He marries two dudes and one of them like shoots himself, and it's such
So he's gay.
yes. And he has a lot of animals.
I was given like a synopsis of the story, and I thought, from what I had heard, it sounded like he married. What's the girl's name? What's the woman?
Carol Baskin?
It was made out to me that he had married Carol Baskin
No, they were
to,
like arch enemies.
to like get closer to her so he could kill her.
No. No, he was definitely gay. But,
Definitely.
you know, it'd be like that.
Okay.
Maybe she needs honestly with how 2020 is going this year, nothing would surprise me right now.
Yeah.
Nothing would surprise me.
That's just like, what are the chances that on the night that you are exposed publicly, you know, probably like millions of people are watching you dance, and then
Oh, I'm sure.
the
I'm
same-
sure they
the
pull in
same night
hundreds of
within-
thousands of viewers.
yeah, within like the same viewing schedule, they're like, hey, you kill our
Well,
dad
The way
in
they
front of all of those people.
the thing is, the way they worded the whole thing is they were like, if you know what happened to him. Like they don't know if he's dead. They're just like, if you know what happened to our dad. I was like, so then this is the one thing I didn't look into it or anything, but how long has he been gone for?
Can only
If he's been gone for a while and they're just now doing this. So it's either
sometimes it takes a minute to get like an investigation, because you can't just be like, hey, investigate this.
yeah.
Kind of has to like go through process. Like, all right, do we put our time and resources into this?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It was a little baffling. There's been a lot of TV things that have been weird lately. Like I don't know if you heard
Yeah.
about the whole Ellen thing,
oh,
Whereas-
absolutely.
where it was like a toxic work environment, and her monologue the other day where she was like, I can't just be known as the be kind lady, all right? It's not a good thing. It's like, what?
What?
She was like,
don't
I
wanna
have
be known
days.
for my kind of flesh.
She says, I have days where
Sometimes
I'm depressed or I'm struggling with anxiety, and I was like, that's fair, but I
So
mean,
you bully children
I was about to say that
and allow.
the allegations weren't, oh, she seems depressed today, or oh, she's in a bad mood.
No,
It was like,
the allegations were hey, your employees are so incredibly racist and create a very toxic work environment for everyone, you know, people of color and not.
Yeah.
Those were the allegations. No one was like, man, Ellen seems a little sad today.
Come on, Ellen. You seem a little sad.
Come on, come on.
It was like I was mistreated a lot, and it's not okay.
You seem a little racist.
Come on, Ellen. Ellen.
Okay.
I don't know. It was
Here's
weird.
a real talk. I don't think Ellen herself is a bad person. She's definitely like very condescending towards youth. That's
Yeah.
a big theme in a lot of it, is that she's very condescending towards the youth until you hit the age of 6, and then she's very condescending towards teenagers. Really, I think like
Mm.
teenager up to like mid-20s. Ellen's like, you're not even a person. I don't care.
Who the
But-
fuck are you?
But realistically, I think that the allegations towards Ellen herself are like, hey, you're allowing this to happen because there's no way that she didn't know that this was happening.
Mm.
So I don't think that she herself is like the perpetrator. I don't think she's the one throwing racial slurs and stuff. I think some people have said that she has. I'm not quite sure about that. There's nothing to prove or disprove that. But a lot of
Yeah.
the thing that people are talking about is like, hey, your
That's
employees kinda
no.
suck.
I
Yeah.
don't know. There's that, the boxing events that are going on.
But
Like,
yeah.
freaking Jake Paul on the undercard of Mike Tyson? Are you serious?
Yeah, what?
Mike Tyson, one of the greatest fighters to do it, coming back fighting Roy Jones Jr.
Jake Paul.
Do you know who needs to be on that undercard? Jake Paul. No. No, he does
I
not.
think what they're trying to do with that is push like, hey, look, we're merging the TV and influencer.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
thing.
thinking they're trying to pull the people from YouTube, be like, oh, one of your YouTubers is coming in, and they're doing our thing. They're boxing.
But the problem is you could have chosen literally anyone. I understand that he is like one of the most notorious YouTubers right now.
Yeah.
Has been for a hot minute, and so they get a lot of publicity for doing that. But I feel like they'd get better publicity because right now everyone's like, "Are you dumb?" But I feel like they would have gotten a lot better press if they would have chosen.
I feel like at this point,
Literally
anything with
anyone.
the Paul name on it, you're
Yeah.
going to get publicity.
It makes money.
Well, then here's the thing. So Ryan Garcia, who is another good boxer, really, really good,
Yeah.
called out Jake Paul. So, and they had this little back and forth on Twitter. So it looks like that could happen. Now, what I want to see is if we're going to have Ryan Garcia versus Jake Paul.
Or Logan Paul.
Jake Paul.
Okay, younger.
Yes, the younger one. So if that fight
Logan
happens,
Paul done with the boxing thing?
no, Logan Paul. So the rumor right now, it's not official. I mean, one guy on YouTube said it was official. He saw the contract. Logan Paul supposedly, allegedly, is going to be fighting Floyd Mayweather. Which, what?
Logan Paul also is going to fight him?
No. Okay, so Jake Paul is on. He's on the Mike Tyson card. He's not. This is two separate.
Oh,
things.
Jake is on the
Jake, the younger brother, is fighting on the Mike
Yeah.
Tyson card.
Jake is on the Mike Tyson card, and Logan is fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, those are two separate events.
I got my calls mixed up.
They're two separate events.
They got both?
Yeah, so
What the
Logan
hell?
Paul is supposedly fighting Floyd Mayweather, which
Didn't Logan shit his pants at the last fight? Like, for real?
I don't know if he for real shit his pants, but
There was a brown stain on his boxers.
I don't know.
afterwards, whether it's
I don't know.
shit or just some like, ass sweat and my boy doesn't wipe right.
I don't
That's
know.
up for
Dude.
debate.
But he
That's
this
that's
is
in the
this is
air.
this is my thing. Logan and KSI had the fight, right? KSI
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
Why would Floyd Mayweather fight the loser?
That's a good point.
Other than the fact that Logan Paul can pull in people. But this is my thing. KSI can pull in way more people.
I feel like KSI versus Floyd Mayweather would be a way more interesting fight to watch because he has a chance. He beat Logan. He has more chance than Logan does.
He beat Logan. Also, you're pulling in more people because he started his music career, which is popping off. In the UK, he already got almost to #1 spot on the charts.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, you're pulling in way more people if you fight KSI than if you're fighting Logan Paul. But, on the other hand, like, I don't understand that either. Logan has so much more of a height advantage and reach and all that.
Yeah.
And they're not even in the same
Realistically,
weight class. I don't understand.
Yeah, realistically, they shouldn't even be fighting because they're in different weight classes. So,
Here's what it comes down
really
to.
makes sense.
If Floyd Mayweather fights any YouTuber, there is a huge, there's a risk. I wouldn't say huge because Floyd Mayweather's 50-0. He hasn't lost. But if he loses to a YouTuber,
That suck. Here's the thing: is he has won 50 fights, right? 50.
Floyd Mayweather has fought 50 times professionally and has never lost.
And has never lost. There is no way that he's going to lose to a loser. And if he does, he probably threw it for money.
Well,
that's the only reason I can think of that he would lose that fight is if
that's throwing a legacy. It's more of a legacy thing now. If you don't lose, like I think that was the downfall of Mike Tyson is he started losing.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather could just stay retired and just be like, no, I'm good. It's just that's a weird fight to take.
I really, really, really doubt that Logan is going to win, but I also really, really, really hope he doesn't.
You should move your mic closer, just, a little bit.
Is that better?
Actually, yeah, no, that is better a lot.
Wow, all right. First episode, give the boys a break.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we have to work out. The black that you're seeing around the screen, we're gonna fix that. But right now, I can't. We're trying to figure it out. Right now, it's just
black, and I'm sorry.
We're just figuring things out.
So something that I want to
talk about the Microsoft thing, where
Microsoft bought people. Okay, so here's where the confusion comes in: is some people think that they just bought Bethesda, but Microsoft bought all of ZeniMax, the parent company. So Microsoft now has Doom, they have Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls Online, and the regular chain Starfield, and most importantly, Fallout. And mind you, this deal has not taken place yet. They've both signed their ends of the contract. It's got to go through the legal process now, and that could take a month. They bought ZeniMax for $7 billion.
With a B.
$7 billion.
Okay, that's a lot of money to be thrown around. But I mean, Microsoft has it, obviously.
Here's the deal, though. Microsoft owns Obsidian. Obsidian, mind you, is a splinter cell of what remains of Black Isle Studios, which were the original developers of Fallout. And they have recently made The Outer Worlds, which was a great game.
That was a good game.
It ended up being shorter than a lot of people expected, so it ended up the hype kind of fell through on it. But um, and they're making a. I probably should be better researched about this, but they're making another game that is very Elder Scrolls esque. That'll be their medieval title. I wish I could remember what it's called. It starts with an A. I want to say it's like a Vast or something. I don't know. You can look that one up for yourself. Little interactivity.
So are you saying that technically there's a chance for Fallout New Vegas 2?
Yes. The parent company now, which is Microsoft, owns both ZeniMax and Obsidian. So realistically, and some of the people who work at Obsidian have said that they would love to do it. Realistically, we could get another Fallout spinoff or New Vegas 2. I'm not quite sure about New Vegas 2 because we haven't seen that yet in the Fallout franchise. We have only seen spinoffs.
Yeah.
Because we have Fallout 1, 2, Brotherhood of Steel Tactics, 3 New Vegas, 4 76.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen that, so I'm thinking it's more likely for us to get another game, probably still taking place in the West Coast. But you never know.
Yeah. And do you think since Microsoft bought them, when the next generation of console comes out, the PS5 and Xbox Series X and stuff, is that going to be?
Here's the thing.
Is it going to be like the $70 or?
It'll probably end up being $70, just because Microsoft is part of the group pushing for, pushing for the $70 price tag. So.
Yeah.
Which I personally dislike it, but some people are saying that we're probably most likely not going to see another Fallout title for another 7 years.
God, 7 years?
Sucks.
What the heck?
That is 7 years if...
It better be good.
If Bethesda makes the next Fallout game, we will not get it for another 7 years.
Dude.
But if they hand it over to Obsidian, we will probably get one within the next 4, which is almost half of that. So,
dude.
Because you gotta understand, they made New Vegas in 2 years.
Wow.
Development time has gone up, so realistically, we could see 3 years if everything goes well. That's if Microsoft does that, which I'm almost certain they would. A bunch of people at Microsoft have been changing their Twitter profile pictures to Fallout ones. So it definitely
that gives me hope. That gives me hope.
Yeah, it seems like they're being pretty cheeky about it.
So,
but I'm so that was great news because God, ZeniMax sucks as a parent company. They pushed for microtransactions. They wanted Bethesda to meet quotas in terms of pushing the consumer to buy more and more and more. That's why we got Skyrim on everything, but Fallout is only on, console and PC. We didn't get Skyrim on the Switch, or we didn't get Fallout on the Switch. Which definitely we could have gotten through New Vegas on the Switch, and it would have ran perfectly fine. Fallout 4 wouldn't have ran well unless they had gone in and made certain changes, which they wouldn't have. So, I get why we didn't Fallout 4, but Fallout 3 or New Vegas at least. The whole Creation Club thing was part of a marketing push for ZeniMax. They were like, all right, so we've sold their games and we've sold the DLC. Now we want to push for our consumer market to buy more. That's why there's an Atom shop for Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Is they just wanted people to buy more. And Microsoft has said that they don't like the microtransaction thing. It's anti consumer, which isn't good. You don't want to be a gaming company who is anti-consumer. The consumers are who give you your money.
Yeah.
So if you're continuously screwing them over, it's not good. My jaw's locking up.
Dude, I think everyone should just have. I think every company eventually is gonna have a TikTok. I don't know if you heard me just now because you took off your headset, but I think every company at some point is gonna have a TikTok because it's blown up, and it won't be stopped because I thought it was gonna be stopped. They were gonna ban it, but it's popping off. People are making millions of dollars. There's TikTok houses everywhere. Tell you what, people are doing their Millie rockin' renegading. I don't know. It's a lot going on there. The two dudes that are going viral on there by just being
So
how many hours in 2 days? 32. What? No.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Dude, Mona Lisa painted that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Mona Lisa painted that. Absolutely.
Leonardo da Vinci.
No. How?
What?
I mean, okay. So here's the thing. That is. Oh God, I just banged the crap out of my mic. Okay.
It's like people have gotten famous on playing dumb. So
That's the thing.
I really can't be sure on whether or not that it's just an act or they're actually that.
And some people playing dumb, it's like it's funny. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But them, I'm just like, dude, come on. I can't, because sometimes I think they're being serious. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. But TikTok, like, it's what Vine was, but to a whole nother degree.
Yeah.
Because, like, what's her name? Charlie D'Amelio. Her. Blew up. Absolutely blew up. Ended up on the Jimmy Fallon show. Yeah. She was on Jimmy Fallon. She did all the dances. That's what I'm saying. They blow up.
What's that one that everyone's like making fun of? Because that girl, I don't know who it is, but she made a YouTube channel. Damn it.
Yeah, we had some serious technical difficulties with my internet. Maybe my computer was just having a heart attack, and I don't know. My guess is the little box that I use for my internet was super hot.
Oh my God.
And so I unplugged it, and I gave it a few seconds, and it automatically started cooling down. I was like, oh.
Excuse me as I drink out of this gallon of Arizona Arnold Palmer.
Is it? Oh yeah, that's what's up. I was about to say, is it Arnold Palmer? Because then we're on some no shit, buddy. Arnold Palmer's where it's at. I tell you what. I don't think Arnold Palmer gets nearly enough credit. Fuck! It's back again. No. I don't know what's happening anymore. You know, honestly, my mom said, hey, I want you guys to have a podcast out by October 1st. And we said, you know what? Challenge accepted. So this right here, Mom, if you're seeing this, which I know you probably are, because you support your son. If you're seeing this, we need a better router, and I want a modem in my room. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Because, gosh, that was a pain to just go through. So far right now, it's going good. But right now. But while we were fixing it, I paused the recording. Subscribe if you're watching this, please. It'd be much, much obliged. God, dude, you just stop. Whenever you stop moving, I look over and you're just not moving. I get scared inside.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. But you stopped moving, and I thought you were frozen, and I almost cried. I was like, come on, dude, not again. Okay. So far, we pretty much only have 40 minutes done. And you know what? Hey.
Pretty much.
We're not the best, but we're going to try to be.
We're not the best, but we sure as hell are trying.
God, that was a whole mess. Anyway, what were we even talking about?
We were talking about the TikTok girl, and I had brought...
Oh, the girl who
Hey,
said,
guys.
yeah, that was the Charlie D'Amelio girl on Jimmy Fallon. That's her.
Yeah.
That was her.
What? How do you think that's a good idea? Again,
Well,
I hate that
She's
the
a
TikTok
dancer, so she's doing a little.
It's yeah, but the problem is that it's a TikTok dance in real life.
Just words. There was no music. What's
Yeah.
up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How
Yeah.
you doing?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
This is my first YouTube video. I hope you enjoy. Give me a
I hope
freaking like,
you enjoy it. Like
and subscribe down there.
subscribe. Went to Galaxy's Edge and got Obi-Wan's episode 1
That was a fun time. He's far away, but I'm still close.
lightsaber.
That was a good time. She's cool. She'll probably feature on our
Got that
podcast
part out,
again.
that
But
wasn't ready yet. Oh my
he's about to
socks.
stab someone with that. I tell you what. Hear that?
Good googly goo, son. Hello
Could
there.
you shove it up your ass though? That's the real question. Could you use that as a pleasuring device? I don't think so.
Gosh, this thing is not worth $200, but it looks cool.
He can't hear me right now. He took his headphones off, so I have the advantage. I have the high ground. I think that's very suiting. I have the high ground. If you've watched Star Wars, that's suiting. I just got chills. Chills. Quite literal chills. Chills. What? He's George in the Jungle. You missed my commentary on what you're doing.
Yeah.
I was saying, do you think you could use that lightsaber as a pleasuring device for a female? I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure you could.
Sure, you could. This is what is called a wart. I got this also from Galaxy's Edge. I spent $25 goddamn dollars on it. I probably shouldn't have.
For people who are
Actually-
listening to the audio only, none of this is going to make sense.
Oh, I was swinging around my lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge. We'll put up a. Fuck. No, we can't put up a picture. It's audio only. Just Google it.
We'll put up a picture in our audio.
in the audio. You know, fuck you. If you're listening to the audio
Welcome to
version of this and not.
Welcome to Spotify. Here is our picture of Galaxy's Edge. Here it is.
Fuck you.
I can't really show you, but
So this guy's cool. Why not get down this object? This object is not as interesting as the other object on my shelf. It's from Galaxy's Edge.
he's leaving again. I feel like I should do an Australian narration of this. Right, coming through. That's not really Australian. I'll just say an accent because I feel like saying Australian in particular is very rude. Right, coming through the limelight.
I just had a mini heart attack.
Oh my god, I have to work tomorrow morning.
Guess who doesn't?
Yes,
This guy.
yeah. We still have actual jobs. I'm pretty sure most YouTubers. You know what? I feel like that's a common thing. I feel like most YouTubers have actual jobs, and they're just doing this as a little side thing, which is how it should be. I mean, if you make enough money to quit your job, good on you. You have an R2D2.
Yeah, I was gonna correct you and say it was an R4 unit, but it's not an R4 unit. I wanted the R4 head, but they were completely out of them. So
Ooh.
this is my guy. His name is R4D.
R4D. Sick.
Which
This is my background. Yours is way cooler, but I have a Glade air freshener. And the picture my girlfriend painted, who is just on the phone, you guys heard from her. I will probably have, well, eventually we'll probably have Maxwell's girlfriend on, my girlfriend on. Those are both going to be hoots.
Yeah, we're gonna be hooting and hollering.
Hooting and hollering.
But I
This is
have-
the first of many. But anyway,
I have 2 real swords back there. A sword I made, a hunting shotgun that is incapable of firing, does not have a firing pin. My Gundam boxes. I've got the Pip-Boy from the Pip-Boy edition of Fallout 4, some games, some Lego sets, because I'm a child. I have a 3D printer over here.
I feel
I
like
guess you could say I'm pretty cool.
this episode of our podcast, we're gonna have many, but this
It's
one
like a
is
meet
just.
and greet.
It is like a meet and greet. Welcome.
I turn 18 in 7 days. I'll probably be 18 by
Next podcast.
next podcast. I will be a legal adult. I will
Or
graduated high
before,
school.
or we'll do another one before, maybe.
Maybe.
Who
Well,
knows?
if we
I
do
don't
them
know.
if we record them every Wednesday. Next Wednesday is my birthday, so I can.
Yeah.
I
will
be like,
say-
hey guys, today's my birthday.
I will say this is not going to be the best podcast you've ever heard from us.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, this has been a train wreck so far on my side. You know what? Commitment. I feel like there's. But anyway, what I was gonna get into saying is TikTok.
I'm very anti TikTok. I don't like it.
I'm not anti TikTok. I'm just.
I'm
I feel like-
anti TikTok influencer. I think that it's completely cool to do it. It's like, yeah, we're just kids,
Well,
fucking
People are
around.
saying it's. I've heard people say that TikTok's gonna overtake YouTube in popularity.
Probably not.
That is really loud. God. That's so loud. Maybe
I'm so sorry.
Maybe no.
We'll probably have to lower my audio for that portion so no one
Yep.
dies.
Yeah, that was all in the red. That was all not good.
I just capped out the microphone with R4D. I'll send him back
But-
here. You guys can take a look at him on my Instagram. I believe I've posted it there. If not, then I will post it after this. I'm an artist.
Is this literally just turning into an actual meet and greet?
Yeah, I'm.
If you
I'm
go-
an artist. My art
If you
account
go to the
is-
YouTube channel of us, if you're on listening to
us.
this on Spotify or something, it's literally, I'm pretty sure it's the same name as the podcast name. So just search that in YouTube and we should pop up. But underneath us, like right here, and then his is over there, and here, it has all of our socials scrolling. So if you want to learn more about us, that's just where we are.
If you want to check out some of my art,
It's right
that'd be
there.
pretty cool.
Actually, right now it's on the screen right there.
it's right.
His Instagram, it's right there.
I'm not the best. I'm
He
pretty
did
okay.
draw our podcast art, so I mean, if that's
I did do
anything.
the podcast art. I will say I'm much better at doing real life
You know
stuff.
what I
than
just
drawing.
realized?
It's pretty
I'm
cool.
gonna have to edit the
Alright.
video before I can put it on the audio because I have two separate audio files.
Okay, that's enough of me plugging my art account. TikTok influencers. What the hell? How did we let this happen? How did
don't know, dude.
How did we fall so far?
Well, I mean,
I-
first people thought it was weird to be a YouTube influencer.
Here's
Like,
I-
people have $61 million. There's a new girl that's taking over TikTok right now named Bella Porch. And she just does things with her face. Moves her face, like, does, like,
and
you know?
in my opinion, YouTube is content. I don't mean to throw shade. Like people make funny jokes on TikTok, but a lot of it is just like, yeah, somebody else actually made this joke up, and now I'm recording it.
Yeah.
So it's not really my joke, but you're gonna think it's my joke because I'm attractive.
And I have seen that some things on TikTok are just recycled vines.
Oh, absolutely. It's just, yeah, people steal other people's content. People do that on YouTube as well, but I think like when you put effort into like a 20-minute video or a 13-minute video, there's hours and hours of editing that goes into that. So it's actually an art form.
Yeah.
You put in real work. People hire editors and producers, and they spend a lot of time scripting and planning out their videos so that they can be as entertaining as possible. And then you get to TikTok, and they're like,
rats, dude. I don't know.
I've got breasts or
Like,
abs, or
here's
maybe
the thing.
both.
YouTubers, like, have you seen? You remember Lily Singh, Superwoman?
Yeah, no, she's.
She did the whole like, what was it? This?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. She has her own late night show. Do you
Yeah,
think
she's on the late night show.
TikTokers are gonna get that? That's the thing. Like, TikTokers, there's some that can act, there's some that are funny, but it's like with YouTube, you kind of get to know people.
Yeah, it's a lot more personal.
It's just like, I dance. What's good?
The idea of TikToker houses is so fucking stupid to me. Because like there's been like
Yo, we're gonna make TikToks, bro. We're all gonna live in the same house while making
people
TikToks.
Talk about like, oh, the influencer houses. Back in the day, this is like a very lucid dream of a memory, but there was YouTuber houses for gaming.
The
channels.
Face House,
Face House. Sky Does Minecraft had one with all of his buddies, and it was like the purpose of doing so was so that they were all together, so that they could collaborate easier, and so that they could kind of help each other out in terms of production.
Yeah.
What the hell is a TikTok house for?
What is it even called again? It's called the Hype House. No, is that it? The Hype House? It has a mind of its own.
I forgot that it does that. Every once in a while it'll talk if I don't turn it off. It's fine.
Oh,
yeah, there's
whatever.
There's the Hype House, and then there's a new one that just went big.
Was it like the Drip House? Something?
The fucking Drip House?
The
Don't mind
Icy
our
House?
drip. It'd be really funny if their house like flooded. That wouldn't be funny, like for them, but it'd be ironic if they
It'd
were
be
called
funny
the
for
Drip.
everyone else. It's like when Jake
they were
Paul
called the
got
Drip
investigated
House.
by the FBI. People were like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." I'm like, dude, that must be a shitty situation to be in.
Do you know how strict the gun laws are in California where he lives? That's a big no-no to have that many guns.
One thing
Especially
I did want
guns
to touch
that aren't
on
licensed
this podcast.
to you.
Me and you recently, within the last month, discovered probably one of my new favorite videos on the entire internet. And you know where I'm going with this.
You.
It is a video, all lowercase, called You.
You've probably heard of it if you watch folks such as Cody
Leon
Ko or
Lush, Cody Ko.
other people. Leon Lush.
This is our take on it because I've watched those videos, and there's some things they don't touch on that I think we need to touch on.
There's one part in particularly that is so incredibly funny, where the man. Okay, to preface, there's a girl and a guy. They're kind of like modern hippies, right?
They meet at Whole Foods.
They're very like into the idea of nature. They meet at Whole Foods. The girl
Shout out Whole
buying
Foods.
celery. She loves celery. The guy.
That's
buying
all he
rosemary.
knows too. Because there's
That's
a clip.
all
She's
he
like,
knows about her.
she's like, you were buying. He goes, you were buying celery, and she goes, you were buying rosé. And then he just goes, yeah, you love celery.
Rosé.
You love celery.
You love celery.
Like that's all he doesn't say anything else. Yeah,
The girl says that she always knew she would meet her soulmate at Whole Foods. Which honestly, I feel the same way about KFC.
You feel like you're gonna meet you being a vegetarian are gonna meet your soulmate at KFC.
Yeah, I'm gonna marry a chicken sandwich.
Hell yeah.
That joke wasn't funny. I really.
But
that joke didn't land like I thought it would.
They go into
They go.
We
They go
literally
into their
wake up
daily
into the
habits.
Garden of Eden.
Yeah, they wake up, and the guy waters the plants for 10 minutes, while the girl makes some smoothie bowls. Except,
She goes, no, you make the, like under her breath too.
No.
It's very quiet. You have to really listen for it. She goes, no, you
Yeah.
make smoothie bowls. You make.
and the guy goes, I make smoothie bowls.
And it makes the colors.
And it makes the colors. And then it immediately cuts to the girl going,
I think in feelings, and I see this world through birds.
and his response is,
What?
I'm lost. What? What?
I'm lost.
Also, a quote of the video, and this is touched on in every single reaction video you'll see. She's on top of him, full mount. She
yeah,
goes,
full mount.
also, like, I know words are I know talking's unnecessary, but also, like, words are my love language, so fucking, like, speak your truth. And then he just goes, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I've seen
My favorite part of it
plethora.
is there's a clip where it's facing into their car. I think it is. I might be wrong about this. But you can hear her moan the word daddy.
Oh, God.
It's very faint. You really gotta listen for it, but once you hear it, you hear it. And it really
And then
just
eventually, some
ingrains,
point in the
like-
video, I think everyone who's listening to this right now needs to check it out. It's you all lowercase with a period. If
They're
you
absolutely
search for the-
fucking. They
That's
broke
why I
up.
don't- They
Mind
did break up.
The guy says after the part where she says that she thinks in feelings and sees the world through birds, and he goes, I'm lost.
What?
He goes, he says, I want to get this quote right. He's like, everybody who's watching this is going to raise their vibrations so that they will
can
also
find their
meet
soulmate.
soulmates. Yeah, we're gonna raise our vibrations so that we can meet our soulmate.
I
Which,
don't,
like, god
don't think so.
damn.
I don't think so, buddy.
And then they break up. And now
What
she's
happened to the
like,
smoothie bowls?
there's no more smoothie bowls. He hurt her.
I think
Now she
think this
goes
is
to the
definitely-
beach naked.
it's definitely something we should talk about next podcast. TLC Strange Addictions.
What if I eat my husband's ashes?
That's what I was thinking of. Just like, what? I mean, like,
What
What's
if
the worst-
I eat
what's the worst that could
just
happen, really?
some fucking rocks?
what if I just? I mean,
Do I
it's
sound the same?
what's it gonna?
I hit the button on my microphone. Am I louder or quieter?
You're way louder. God.
Am I fine now? Am I back where I
Yeah,
was?
You're good.
Oh god. Okay, so I thought I hit
I like the one
down
where it's
button,
like,
but
what if I just eat Miracle Whip? Or was it Miracle Whip? No, it was tartar sauce. What if I just like eat gallons of tartar sauce?
I like it. It looks like we're no longer saving this for next podcast. We gotta really.
Yeah, no, we're gonna touch on it right now.
We're gonna touch on it. The one where she sprays Febreze into like a
In her
big gulp cup, and then drinks it.
Oh.
So okay, so here's the thing: is she doesn't spray it in her mouth in public. She sprays it in her mouth at home. In public, she has to kind of like step it up so that nobody knows, and she gets like one of those like 50-cent just like huge cups from the gas station.
like a
just-
red Solo cup.
No. It's like the big gulp, like the icy cups.
God
And she's like,
no, but at work, if you've seen
Tastes
that video,
good.
At work, she just takes the can and goes straight to the tongue, and she has it stashed all throughout.
It's so weird.
It's
what, and I know everyone's talked on this. Of course it's weird. That's why it exists, because it's weird. We're not adding anything new, but also like, what the hell? How'd you get here? How do you? This is my problem.
How do you
And
just
it's-
so the one with the
in
ashes?
terms of addiction and like kinks, how do you find out?
At what point were you like, yeah, I'm gonna spray Febreze in my mouth. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat an entire red brick.
Well, the thing with the ashes, the only thing that confuses me about that is she's like, I carried him around with me everywhere I went. We went to the movies and everything. And then I'm just like, so then you ate him?
Well, she
He's
wanted
not
him
gonna
to be.
be in you.
She wanted him to be a part of her, but now that
But-
she's like gotten to the end of the ashes, she's like she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to finish him off because then they'll just be gone. So now she's like at an impasse. She's like, do I eat the rest of him, or do I not?
That sounds like a freaking poll for Twitter. Do I eat the rest of my husband or not? You guys decide in the comments.
52% of Twitter said yes.
Guess I'm going in with a spoon.
Well, wish me luck. Almond milk on this one.
God. I know this may not be the most appropriate question for this, but what do you think her shits are like?
Ashy. Nice one, Maxwell. I'm a goddamn comedy genius.
So the woman who eats ashes, what do you think her feces is like? I think it has ashes in it.
Ashed.
It's like I figured, but I mean, can
Thanks.
you expand upon
Park
that?
your Squad car, Dick Tracy. Really fucking insightful.
God, that wow.
I just.
I'm good.
Your mic's freaking out.
My mic's freaking out. Oh God. Is it good yet? No, it's not good yet. How about now?
No, it is just going at it, dude. It's really loud.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good. So we're probably gonna keep the video portion of that in because it's a little funny. Just lower the audio if not remove it.
My mic just going. Ah.
His XLR cable is fucked. And it likes to just break out into like an aluminum shoved in a microwave spasm.
God, I don't
It's
know.
still
I
going.
need to
It's
buy
clicking.
a new one.
It's clicking. There it goes. It's clicking.
It's doing it again?
Yeah.
God, is it doing it now? God.
I've got a PayPal if somebody wants to send us some money for a new goddamn XLR cable.
Is it still doing it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Remember, she told you to wiggle the where it goes in.
We good?
Yep.
God, this is a train
And
wreck
we're
of a podcast.
back.
This is a train wreck of a podcast. I tell you what.
Jesus Christ! If it doesn't make you want to come back later, I don't know what will. We will get the kinks polished out.
You
It'll
know
be
what?
good eventually. You just gotta.
You know what?
Just gotta go with this.
I'm ordering a cable right this second. I'm ordering
Right.
cable.
It's like it's buzzing again. Hey, okay, it went away. No, it's coming back. Wiggle where it goes into your mic. Make sure it's all the way plugged in.
It is all the way plugged in. Still bad?
Okay, so we've been going for an hour.
Still bad?
No, it's good. So do you want to hit like an hour and a half and stop it? It's buzzing again.
God, jeez, dude, why?
This is good. This is quality content.
This is
The audio listeners are gonna
be
love
like,
this.
God, my ears. It's okay. I'm ordering an XLR right now. Is it still buzzing?
No,
God, I'm
this is
buying
gonna
it
be a
right now.
treat. We're gonna need to like cut out some of our pauses and shit.
We will figure this out eventually.
I swear.
We'll
I
figure
think
this
I
out.
like holding my mic.
We'll get. How about this? Next time we work together, we can just get in my room and edit it together.
That'll be on Friday.
God. Okay.
So
these look like pretty good ones, right? I'm about to order cables. It's a 2-pack, and they're both 6 feet. You think that's too much?
it's probably fine.
It's better to have more than less, right?
I guess. So
So the only thing I'm debating is should I do that or should I get the exact same cable and hope that this one's just a dud?
absolutely do not get the exact same cable.
Fine, I'll get these ones.
So what else is going on in the world right now?
A lot.
There's
A lot. I mean,
It's
freaking 2 people were doing a gender reveal party and burned half of California.
They decided that they were going to set off an explosive in the most arid state in all of America. And then thought that a cup of water was enough to put it out. As of now, they have contained roughly 7% of it. They set all of California on fire.
You know what? It'd be like that.
You cannot just write that off as sometimes it'd be like that. You cannot.
It'd be
This
like
is-
that sometimes.
This is something that I am genuinely pissed off about. First of all, gender reveal parties, fuck you. I don't care. Just tell me.
I mean, some people like to make it a thing, you know?
I know. But you gotta think about it and just go. I'll just like make a. I'll cut a cake.
For all of you guys wondering why I'm looking down, it's because I'm ordering these cables right now as we speak.
I'll make a pink or blue cake and I'll put some white frosting on it and then we'll cut it in and we'll see. Or like we'll break open a piñata filled with either blue or pink confetti. Why
order-
explosives? And I can't remember who I was watching that pointed it out. But somebody pointed out that there's a company right now that is just selling explosives specifically for gender reveal parties that I think use some level of thermite. That
To be
that
fair,
might not
we
be-
also found out that my Glade air freshener has what is it? Propane?
Yeah, propane. What? Anyway, back to what I was saying. That could be false. There might not be thermite in that. I might have made that up. I honestly couldn't tell you. Don't take that part as fact. But there's just companies that are going out of their way to sell these gender reveal explosives. Why? And like that's the thing. It's like, well, I've got to one up this person. No, you don't. Especially not in the most arid state in America. The most flammable, dry state in all of America.
I will say. This is also the same country that shoots fireworks out of their ass.
And the best
To get
part
on
is that they're
America's
going to
Funniest Home
prison.
Videos. They're actually going to jail. I just realized I have tape on this from when you taped it.
They're going to prison. She's going to give birth, most likely. I don't know. It depends on how long I was sentenced, but she'll probably give birth while she's in prison because she set a whole fucking state on fire.
My God. I didn't realize it ran that deep. Wow. I'm really happy.
It's
you got
just,
this
it's
fixed.
mind-boggling. It never rains here. It's super dry and arid. What if I set off a fucking explosive in a brushed area?
You know, people sometimes don't think.
Now, who
and, you
thought
know,
that was a good idea? Who thought?
they did.
There was another one. I think Leon Lush might have made the video, but there was another one recently
Yeah.
where the explosive didn't go off when they thought it would. So this sweet old grandmother, newly grandmother, you know,
Yeah.
her kids are about to have kids, and she approaches the explosive, and it goes off, and she dies.
What? What type of
And that-
explosive was it?
The fucking one, any explosive. I don't know if she had a heart attack or if the explosive
just
was like
saying.
so powerful that it killed her, but it fucking killed her. Come on, guys, we're better than this. How did we win the Revolutionary War?
What happened here?
How?
It's just like, well, if you think about it, we were doing so great for a while. You know, I think the 2000s were great. Once we hit 2010, we
The 2000s were okay.
they were okay.
Yes.
The 80s.
You
I
guys
think we
from-
need to go back to the 80s or the I wouldn't say the 40s. I don't need another world war.
I think if we could go back to like the 50s, minus that whole racism thing, and that whole women are less than men thing. I think if we could go back to the 50s and just kind of like erase all that prejudice that we had, that'd be cool.
That'd be chill.
Because I like the culture and everything, but I am not a fan of racism or sexism. I'll let that be known.
It's facts.
Yeah, straight facts, son.
Straight
It's just-
factual. So
It's like what the hell?
closing out. This is the first of many, and it's also going to be the most flawed podcast we ever do, because it's the first one. We've had connection issues. Probably gonna need a new router, new modem. I just ordered new XLR cables. We had a whole technical difficulty for 17 minutes.
I'll go ahead and say the name again.
It's of Boys and Bears.
We're the
We're on
boys.
YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube, and if you want,
Subscribe-
we're on
subscribe on
Spotify
YouTube.
and probably everywhere
On
else.
Stream,
By the time we get
stream us
set
on
up.
Spotify.
I feel
Well, we might be in other places.
honestly,
I just
hope you
Did
don't
we-
judge us based on this one episode.
did we pay to be on Apple Music?
Apple Podcast, but yeah.
I don't know. These kids are listening to shit on stuff I don't care
I
about.
don't know, dude. I have Android. Don't hate me, but Note 9's where it's at.
I have an iPhone 6 S Plus, 6S Plus.
But I tell you what, we're gonna keep grinding.
We're gonna grind.
We're gonna grind. We're gonna figure this out slowly but surely.
Check
the 'Cause- I had fun. I think this is a fun little thing.
In 20 minutes, we have 13 minutes left before we end it.
Sick. Hear that, guys? If you look down right now, we have 13 minutes left with each other.
Then you can move on to a way more interesting and significantly
Yeah,
less
go-
long
honestly-
podcast.
We're great. Podcasts they're a fun thing to do if you're on a long commute to work.
They really come
I
a dime a dozen, you know?
You know, we're just one of those ones that is, hey,
We're
you know
some
what? You want to
boys.
hear some random stuff from the point of view of two teenagers. You
Point of view
want
of two
something
teenagers.
from the point of view of two teenagers. Most people think, hey, you're a teenager? What? Why would I listen to you? You're just a kid. You know what? I think
like
we're
to
pretty
think
mature for our age. You know, both working. You know,
We both work.
we're trying to get this started while we're working. I'm still doing school. He graduated, you know.
Crazy.
So I mean, this obviously we're
I
not.
built Gundam kits.
I don't know.
You guys want to see one?
He builds Gundams, so sure, why not? Pull one out. I don't know the Gundam song, but you know, I'd hum it right now if I could. I tell you what.
This is the RX-782 Verka. Just put this bad boy together recently.
For call freaking yeehaw, dude.
But
Dude, Vercall yeehaw with a macaw? Hey,
I have this guy. I have RX-78NT. Alex. I have that one. I have Goof. I have the Exio.
goof. Dude, that's a
Exio
big
sucks.
God, I have Gun Cannon, I have Destiny, and Spiegel, and
I'm literally just gonna title this meet and greet, because that's what it is. You're getting to know a little bit about your boys, and then we're gonna take you on this journey all the way to Narnia, which normally is just through a dresser, but with us, no.
Yeah,
So-
we're getting to know each other a little bit better, you know?
You know? But we probably should have said this at the beginning.
We're sorry.
You're gonna witness some interesting conversations here. We have good stories to tell, topics to touch on.
I had to go buy a new inner tube for my bike tire.
What?
So
An inner tube for
So-
a bike tire? When you said
The
inner
way
tube,
that-
I'm thinking we're going white water rafting in inner tubes. That's what
So
I'm thinking.
the way that bike tires work is they have that rubber portion on the back, and then they have an inner piece, which is the part that inflates and fills the rubber treads. It's called the
Yeah.
inner tube. I was just riding on through the neighborhood, and then these two absolute hoodlums come speeding in on their bikes and run me off the road. And I went right into a patch of some nice sharp rocks. I fucking popped it. So I had to go buy a new one today and put that in. It was pretty not cash money, but
Well, no, it was cash money because you lost that cash money.
not cool.
It's pretty cash money. Anyway,
Anyway,
there's a lot coming in the future. How are we looking on time? You looking good?
Halloween is in a month.
Hell yeah.
I doubt that Halloween's going to happen, seeing as it involves
Strangers handing out food.
Easter never
to,
happened. I don't think anyone realized that.
children.
a lot of people. Nobody really. I feel like because there was more pressing issues like COVID itself.
You're holding your microphone like a battle rapper.
I couldn't rap if you asked me to.
Yeah.
I spent extra money so that I could have this, and I'm holding it. I guess I can't hold it if I'm doing anything else. I almost dropped it. Than the podcast with it, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true.
But
I think since we talked about the TLC thing, I think next episode we should touch on Zac Efron in the new Netflix series, where he basically said that smart water is the same as tap water, and we can expand upon that in the next episode.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It doesn't have the same minerals. You should get something that's from the spring, or like Fiji or Voss or something like that. Which, okay.
So we have about 7 minutes left. So
Sick. Well, we'll start
So-
closing out,
we'll start close now. So one last thing to touch on. If you're around our age, maybe a little younger, maybe a
Maybe
little older,
older.
and you're in school right now and you're having to do online, or if you're being put at risk by being made to go to school in person, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That just sucks. I'm glad I made it out when I did, because otherwise I would be having to do that. No, I got off easier. I missed prom and graduation, so I'm the winner.
Also, if you are going to school online, I think when you're studying a test, come listen to your boys.
If you're sit
Listen, we're
down.
right here for you. We're here for you the whole way,
Sorry, I'm yawning so much. Gosh.
It's only 11:11 at night. Make a wish, bud.
Make a wish, dude.
Freaking
hate
make
that.
a wish.
I'll say real quick, I hate that.
It's like a thing for couples because it's like, oh, 11:11. If you look at
It's
the
for
clock,
couples. I
it's
thought it was just for everyone.
Well, that's what I'm about to say. Is that it's supposed to be like, oh, 11:11, make a wish because you looked at the clock right as it hit 11:11. That's special. Make a wish. But then like these shitty, I don't want to say shitty. That's kind of rude. But these couples are like, oh, it's 11:11. I love you, baby. That's like, what?
I thought it was to make a wish, not make a. It said make a wish, not make a statement.
What does that have to do with anything? Or they're like, post 11:11. I love you guys, and it's like, if you actively wait until 11:11 and then go 11:11, first of all, doesn't work. Second of all, what is it? What is the correlation between 11?
Why don't they do it with
couples?
anything else like 3:33 or 4:44?
Yeah, 2:22. It's 11:11 because it's like all four are the same, opposed to the
10:10.
0:33. Well, that's not as cool as it being 11:11 is just the one that everyone just ran with. But I don't get it. I don't get how like the correlation between 11:11 and couples. I don't understand why that started when that started. Can we talk about how also we started using sus as like, oh, like you're not gay, like you're just sus.
Suspicious.
I thought sus was short for suspicious. So when the hell did we start using it to mean gay?
Maybe
I
I don't
don't-
know. That makes no sense to me. I didn't
I
know
don't
about this
remember.
until very recently when you told me. I had no idea that.
Yeah.
I only thought suspicious when people said, "Oh, that's sus." I was like, "Oh,
Because people are like, oh, dude, you're sus as hell. You'd look
suspicious."
I saw a post and I thought it was really funny. It was like, back in my day, we didn't call them simps. We called them engineering students. That made me laugh really hard.
Wow,
Yeah, wow.
wow. I'm really excited for where this is gonna go.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in us, go ahead and follow us. Keep us in your
subscribe,
hearts
dude.
and mind.
Yeah, keep
Subscribe.
us. As Keemstar says, keep us in. I don't even know what he says now that I'm thinking about it.
Good
like-
one.
I'll keep you in whenever I get the scoop, I'll keep you in the loop. That's what he says. Something along those lines. God, it's creative. I'll tell you what.
To close us out, this has been of Boys and Bears with Maxwell and Connor. I'm
We're-
Maxwell.
I'm Connor. Gonna keep doing this.
We're-
But for right now,
We're gonna keep going. Right now,
we're signing off. Hope y'all enjoyed.
peace out, guys. Gosh.